And all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa gbanye ndefe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebe dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla anyị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. If you are joining me from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, or any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contribution. Please, each time you watch my video, go to the comment section and put down your comments. That is where we'll learn from each other. We learn a lot from the comment section. I don't speak alone. I am speaking with you. You can equally contribute. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can learn from one another. That is why we're here. Thank you so much for joining. Remember, you have to say what is happening in your own area. Whatever happens, if you see something, say something. Don't be silent. We cannot allow the conventional media to continue to change the narrative. We cannot allow the conventional media to continue to play down the situation. We will continue to bring the situation the way it is and say it straight the way it is without hating anybody. We are not preaching hate speech. We are not talking down anybody. We say live and let live. And for those who say we will not live, just like the Fulani Janjaweed have said, they will not live either.
All right, welcome back. Now I have a special guest here in the house. And when I know I say special guest sometimes, but this is really a special guest. He's been here before, so it's great to have him back. A singer, songwriter, TV presenter, reality star, just a pioneer on so many levels, actor, producer, so many things. Charles Oputa, aka Charly Boy. Thanks a lot for being here today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
There's so much to talk about. But interestingly, I want to start with politics with you. And just your thoughts on where we are as a country today. Because there's a lot happening just around us. Elections are around the corner. I know you come from a family that's very opinionated. And you tend to, when you speak your mind, sometimes it gets you in trouble. So I don't know whether that's why sometimes you tend to be quiet about it. But what are you looking forward to? 2023 is coming. Everybody says next year is going to be all about elections and politics. Are you excited? Are you worried? A lot of people seem to be more worried than excited for the year to come. What are your thoughts?
Mixed feelings. I'm excited. I'm worried. I'm all of their bows and a pack of potato chips. Well, I'm excited for the simple reason that I think that more young people are beginning to realize that they have to keep at it. They have to re-strategize. That, you know, I always say that the future of this country, of this contraption, you know, can only be salvaged by the exceptional people. You know, I find them amongst the young people, the youth, you know, because they're the only people left to salvage all of this, you know. And my mind tells me that, you know, there's a lot of strategizing going on, you know, especially after the incident of 2010, 2020, you know, the Lekki massacre. I'm worried because just like I said last year during the toll gate thing, the enemies that have stolen the future of young people in this country, they'll stop at nothing to wipe them out. They didn't understand the viciousness of their enemy, because the day the massacre happened, I had just sent out a post. I've had a meeting with some of them to say, I think we have sent the message across. Let's draw back, let's re-strategize and come up with something fresh, because these people, they can do anything, you know. Unfortunately, that evening, I was supposed to be there, by the way. For some reason or the other, I didn't go, and what happened, happened. So it's a mixed bag of feelings. I'm excited, I'm worried, I'm scared for what becomes of us. You know, people keep saying, okay, we're waiting for 2023. It's around the corner, and a lot can go wrong before then. You know,
have a whole year between it.
Yeah. So those are my feelings, but I still believe in young people, and that's the reason why I'm still around, hoping that, you know, they'll do the needful, because it is their future we're talking about, you know, and to see how they can retrieve their stolen future. That's what it is.
Well, thank you very much for that. I mean, a lot of people would agree with you, because I've heard people say, especially from the older generation, saying that this has been the most vocal of young people they have seen in a very long time. So it's getting people just more interested to see how all of this turns out, hopefully for the good, as elections are coming around. But thanks a lot for that. Let's move away from that, and thanks for joining us again. I was saying before we came on air how great you look, and I said, I can't believe you're 71.
Who said I'm 71? I'm not 71.
How old are you?
Neither am I 70,
How old are you?
69, 68. Sometimes I feel 40, sometimes I feel 50.
Yeah, but you actually look like you could be your 50.
So
40.
I take 50.
Yeah.
That's.
Do you feel that way, though? Besides, I mean, I know you are saying it, but do you feel, how do you feel? You know, not very many people of a certain age, you know, still have the energy, and, you know, you are doing great things, you're still following your passion. You just came out of a great series, King of Boys, congratulations. Do you still feel that burst of energy? Are you just doing things now?
Yeah,
You know,
it depends. It depends. Yeah, I'm doing things now at my pace. I don't need to rush to do anything. I've been there. I've done that. So I'm a little laid back now. I'm not too much in a hurry, you know, but I have to keep here busy.
Yeah.
I have to keep my physical going, you know. I mean, I'm jogging every morning. I'm doing the right things, or trying to do the right thing, except I have one terrible, terrible, terrible habit, and I hate myself for that, really. Nicotine.
Okay. It's still a part of your life?
It is, unfortunately. You know, I gave it up for about 5 years, and I still find myself walking myself back to it, because the stress is too much. But that's an excuse.
All right. Well, let's talk about King of Boys. Before that, when last did you act?
Oh, Jesus. A decade. decades ago.
Yeah. So what made you? Because that was a surprise for a lot of people. You know, first of all, how did they convince you to come back? And then you were such a central character, and you played it so well. I mean, as iconic as Charly Boy is. I know people who now see you and call you Odudu Bariba just because of how much. So for a character to be that powerful, to almost take away this iconic brand, what made you take on that role, and why were you so into it, if I may use that word?
It was like a challenge. I mean, Kemi called me, and I was surprised. I was shocked. I mean, I'm not an actor now, you know. And she said, I wrote this role specifically for you, and I think you should come and do it. I said, oh, so you want me to come spoil your movie? I said, but I'm not an actor. He said, Charlie, you've been acting all your life, over 4 decades, so this is the real deal. I want you to come. So I saw it as a challenge, because she's one of the very few people I also respect in Nollywood and the film industry. So I said, well, Kemi calls me, I have to. But she kept on saying to me, trust me, Charlie, you're in good hands. I'll see you through all of this. The first 1 hour when we got on set, I felt like peeing, there were butterflies all over me, because I was up with the Shola Shubowales of this world, the RMDs of this world.
Well, you are a legend in your own right. Come on.
Well. But after the first hour, it was a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And that's why I say Charly Boy no dey finish.
Abi. So we're going to be seeing you more now, because there's been talks about even a spin-off. I don't know if it came from you, or if it's the fans, or if it's Kemi, but I've started hearing, we need
blame everything on Kemi.
We need an Odudu Bariba series, we need to see more of this guy, with the galas and just your flamboyance and everything. Yeah. Is this something you would explore?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I had so much fun, doing that. It was so inspiring. I was busy. There was this day, we started shooting about 5 in the evening. We ended up the next day at 7 a.m. in the morning. Man, I think that woman is a slave driver. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because, it was so inspiring for me. It was so challenging. We were all on our feet till the next day. Yeah. And I didn't, I was a little bit grumpy and, when it was getting around 3 a.m. in the morning and stuff like that. But,
Looking back now, it was definitely worth it. So when you saw the series, was it what you thought it was going to be? When you saw the finished product on air?
I didn't like it.
Why?
Because I feel I could have done better.
You didn't like your performance?
No.
Why?
Because I just didn't like it. I feel like
Are you usually a harsh critic of yourself, like that harsh?
Yes, unfortunately so. And that's what drives me. That you can do better. No, this isn't it, the next one. And so it's always the next one. Okay, I'm going to tighten the loose ends and the next one out. And that's why, people ask me, what's the best song? I said, the one that I have not sang yet. So, but it's okay. It was an experience. I enjoyed it. It was inspiring. I loved the way Kemi was bullying everybody, myself inclusive. I've never subjected to that kind of bullying. But for Kemi,
you said bullying Kemi. What did you do to them? So what would you have done differently if you got the chance? Because I know you said you haven't acted in a while, so probably you were not. Maybe there's nothing to gauge your performance against. But for a lot of us who watched, it was pretty amazing too.
Yeah, I would have spoken more Igbo.
Okay.
For starters, yeah. I didn't know whether the choice to play Odudu Bariba, because I came up with the name. That's my name anyway.
Oh, okay.
as a spiritual warrior. Ududubariba simply means a butterfly in my native tongue.
Yeah.
But this butterfly is a special butterfly because it was this butterfly that swallowed what swallowed the elephant. Did you get that? Okay. So, you know, we know how fragile a butterfly is.
Yes.
And that's how fragile life is. So for me, the butterfly is like a symbol of my deep spirituality. Yeah? And when Kemi called and say, you're going to, and I say, what role am I playing? Say, Mr. Badamusi. I say, Badaweti. I'm not doing any Badamusi. He said, what would you like to be called? I think I first said Charly, but I said, no, that won't fly. Think of something more arresting. So I said, Odudubariba. She said, that's it, I like that name. She didn't even ask me where it came from.
Oh,
You know, it was
so
while
you
we
came
were on
up with the
set.
name?
Yeah, while we were on set. I said, by the way, Charlie, what does Odudubariba mean? So I had to explain to her. So in a way, I felt I was playing myself, more or less, you know, because my deep spiritual essence is quiet, is gentle, but alert.
Yeah. Great stuff. Is there anything you haven't done that you still feel like you need to do? Because I feel like with the arts, you've covered virtually everything. You've done movies, you sang, you've done television for years. You pioneered so much on TV with the Charlie Boy Show. A lot of things we see now are things that inspired from the Charlie Boy Show, whether it's reality or, you know, pranks or, you know, just showing off your family or whatever it is, you know. Is there anything you haven't done that you still feel like, you know, Charlie Boy needs to still, you know, show or prove himself with this?
No, I'm past proving myself. You know, I mean, I can't think of anything on top of my head. I said, I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
I just want to have more family time, you know, with my children. I have 16 grandchildren and
Amazing.
10 children. My first son is an associate professor in MIT, Boston. We finally got our acts together. You know, we had this over 2 decades of beefing, you know, between, you know, so I'm quite happy where I am now, where my relationship with him is right now. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy that, you know, the bonding that I've preached to my children, you know, I'm beginning to see things come together. So I'm at a spot where I'm just taking things easy, riding my scooter, dancing every morning. For people who live around Folomo side, they will always see me every morning, you know. So I'm really taking life easy, you know, and doing what makes me fulfilled and happy.
Are you happy, though?
Oh,
Because you said you want to be happy.
I'm happy, but sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not so happy. When I look at our toxic environment, what has become of the Nigeria I used to know before, you know, the hopelessness of young people, you know, because most young people don't believe it will ever get better. Most young people were born as the rot started to smell all over the place. And I like to put my finger in the year 1970. From 1970, anybody born after 1970 didn't witness the Nigeria that I was born into. Okay, so I feel sorry for them because, you know, it has always been bad from then on. That was when we started this downward slide, you know. So I feel for young people, you know, and I know that many of them are acting out of ignorance, you know, they don't know any better. But I still believe that the salvation of this contraption that we call Nigeria, the salvation only lies in the hands of its exceptional people who are the youths. Because, you know, I mean, I'm not surprised that when young people leave the shores of this country, how they blossom, how they spread their wings, how they grow. So And young people should start feeling that there's nothing that they can do because they have so much working in their favor. Technology-wise, numbers-wise, you know, they have so much working in their favor. And these people, our enemies, I call them, they will do what they always do from their old playbook. So I think young people now are beginning to understand that. You know, there's no way anybody can convince me that people and a mindset of the 18th century can conquer the mindset of the 21st century. It ain't gonna happen. It's just a question of time.
Just a question of time. Very inspiring words there. Thank you very much. Before we go, I just want to know what's next
For me?
For Charly Boy. Are we still gonna? Is this always gonna be Charly Boy, the flamboyant? Do we ever see a different side, or is this
But
more?
as you can see,
Yeah.
I'm coming down. I don't have Charly Boy without the rings.
Just some
Charly
new
Boy without the bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've been there. I've done that. My eye don't see past waiting Musa see forget, you know. But I still hold my own, and all I just want to do is just follow my passion, learn from young people who are outstanding, who are exceptional, like you, so I can keep trending or whatever, or being in the mix.
Being
you know.
relevant, I've been,
Yeah,
you know, I guess
because I've
yeah.
been privileged to meet a lot of young Nigerians that I've learned from, you know, whether in my industry or away from my industry. And that is why I believe in young people so very much.
And they're doing amazing things in your industry, whether it's movies or music.
Yeah, but I said it 21 years ago, well, as the president of PIMA,
Yeah.
you know, when the corporate Nigerians, they were not taking the industry serious, and they were, to some extent, disrespecting, you know, my colleagues. And I said, these people you guys are disrespecting, in the next 10 years, you know, watch them fly. Because I believe that there will come a time when Nigerian music will be on the global map. And I'm very proud to say I was one of those that signed that midwifed the very first contract between a Nigerian artist, which was Two-Face, De Beer, Sound Sultan, the late South Sultan, and Face with Wyclef Jean. That was the first international, you know, agreement between our local artists and an international one.
And today, here we are.
Yes.
Thank you very much for all you have done for entertainment. Looking forward to whatever else Odudu Bariba has in store.
Yes.
Honestly, I really would like to see more of him.
Me
Just
too.
the greatness that he came with on King of Boys. And thanks a lot for all you've done.
Thank
I
you.
wish you all the best and
Thank
happiness like you wish
Thank
yourself.
you. Thank you. You too. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.